Hello, everyone, and welcome to BADM 45 Strategic Management. I am Bruce Johnson, and I will be your instructor for this class. I wanted to get a quick video out to you, and this is just for the 2025 section. So if it's 2028 right now, you could probably disregard some of this or most of this. For the summer 2025 cohort, I just wanted to give you an update, a little bit of what's going on. So the syllabus that you're seeing right now is largely going to get updated and changed. Last year, I was asked to teach an online version, or last summer, I was asked to teach an online version of the strategic management capstone class for those students that uh, had such conflicts where they couldn't take this class with the normal instructor during the normal regular fall spring schedule. So when we did that, I largely tried to copy what the other instructor taught in this class for a capstone class and found it just really did not work, especially online. So this summer, we're going to try to rewrite almost all of the class, and I'm going to rewrite it a little more like how I teach. Look, it sounds like as of now, in the spring of 2026, I will be teaching a normal semester class of this section. I'm excited to teach it. This is one of those classes where I thought maybe later on in my career it would be kind of fun to teach um, for various reasons, but I guess it happened a lot sooner than that was going to happen. So, at any rate, as we go forward, my intent is to deliver a class that hopefully will be challenging for you. And for those of you that have had a different class with me, either Management 360 or marketing or personal selling or personal finance, and there's a handful of other ones I've taught over the years, those classes I have worked to try to make them kind of their own thing. But one of the things I've asked is if there was an undergraduate student that had sort of me teaching as a filter to make sure they, in fact, know the information that someone that has a business degree, or in this case, business and economics degree, to say that they have that, what should that person know? So, my intent is to create a class that's going to do that. There will be some projects in the class. There's going to be two more um, I don't know what you want to call them, the capstone type classwork. So you're going to have a project that you're going to have to do. What the other sections in the class, or what I hope they'll become, is a build up to make sure, kind of a reminder of, oh, yeah, we have this thing called accounting and finance, and we have this thing called economics and marketing and management. And how do we put all this together to understand as a business practitioner? No, we don't know. Many of you might go work for small businesses someday. Some of you might start your own business. Some of you might be working for very large corporations. So when trying to deliver a course like this, I want to make sure that in any of those situations, you have a fundamental understanding of business. You understand most especially business and strategy, because we have found that a lot of folks do not understand business and strategy as much as we would probably hope. Um, so as we go forward, I do ask again in the summer of 2025, please have patience. There will be a lot of things that are going to change throughout the semester when I first start teaching a class. And this one's the first time I'm going to try teaching it the way I would normally teach a class. It's going to be a rocky road this summer. There will be times where an assignment might get thrown out just simply because it was ineffective or didn't make sense. We might have to add an assignment. I will always keep in mind as we go through this class, especially this cohort, that many of you are working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and the amount of work that you can do and possibly accomplish is not. Uh, I just need to keep that in mind when we go forward. We also need to go forward understanding that we have this thing called artificial intelligence. And this last year, after talking the spring 2025 semester, I've talked to many other faculty members, and the amount of copy and paste directly from AI that was done this last semester, especially, was horrible. Um, in fact, I failed about four students in one class because I don't know what they were thinking. Us faculty have some tools through D2L that we can scan documents. Some of us also will go to external sources and upload documents to determine whether or not AI was used. So here's what I'm going to tell you. We're actually going to use artificial intelligence in here a lot. But as we do that, I want it to be used as a tool, which, yeah, duh, but to be used as a tool to give you numbers and information that you could not get 5 years ago. So last summer, towards the end of the cohort, I realized that some of the stuff I used to teach, especially in graduate finance classes, I can't teach it in an undergrad semester because you guys don't have the time to research, to find the information. Then you don't have time to run the calculation. It just turns into work overload, and you're not getting the benefit of understanding how the information is used. So this semester, or this cohort, I'm hoping that we can use artificial intelligence to run calculations, ratios, numbers, valuations, things that we could not have done last year or 5 years ago that we can now do. But I will warn you, if I read a document and I have any indication that artificial intelligence, it was copied and pasted directly from artificial intelligence, I will run it through. There's a couple different sources I have, and whatever it tells me, so it will tell me 50% of this document looks like it was created by artificial intelligence. I will take your points for um, that assignment and I will multiply it by that percent, and that's what I will give you. So if I run it and I find 75% of the document looks like it was written by artificial intelligence, then I will multiply your 100-point assignment times 75% and I will subtract that off your grade. So you would get a 25% on that assignment. I don't have an easier, quicker, faster, more fair or just way to grade what you are sending me than that. I just don't have it. So please keep in mind we're gonna use a ton of AI and chat GPT, like a lot. You're gonna need it. But what I want you to use it for is to run a calculation or find a number that normally would take you probably about an hour to calculate because you just have to find all the data and all the information to run the numbers. So I will help you work with that when we start doing those types of assignments. But do not copy and paste. Don't go into AI and say, can you please write me a financial analysis on General Electric, and then copy it and paste it and put it in a Word document. It will end bad for you. Don't do that. Okay. So that's just a warning. Now, to go back to, we will use artificial intelligence. I'm super jacked because there are things I could not have taught 5 years ago to get you up to a very high level of understanding in business, uh, that we can do now because we have artificial intelligence. So again, I'm super excited for that. Um, Now, given that scenario, I think what we'll be able to do, or what I need to do then, is to give you a framework, okay, kind of an idea of how we use this information, when do we use it, why do we use it, um, and to do it at a quick rate. So you're probably going to get asked to give me a rundown. I'll give you a framework, or kind of an outline of, I want you to get all of this information for General Electric. Then I want to get you all this, I want you to get all this information about 3M. And then I want you to get all of this information about Caterpillar. You use Chat GPT. You will fill in the numbers that I'm asking for that come directly from there. Then I hope you go out and you Google or try to remember what that number is used for, and I will help explain that to you. And then through that process, we're going to get you pretty locked, cocked, ready to rock, something like that. We're going to get you to have a fairly strong 10,000, 30,000, 100-foot level of what it is we're looking for or looking at and what it means. So, and I will do some of the assignments myself just to show you how I'm going to ask you to do it. Most of the time when we do that, we are going to use publicly traded companies. The reason we're going to use publicly traded companies is because we have access to information, unlike privately held businesses. However, through AI, we now do have some information that can be compiled that is an estimate that will be able to work for privately held companies. I hope we'll be able to get into things like mergers and acquisitions, trying to take on opportunity, trying to find businesses that are out there that might be for sale, that might be a good option for John Deere to consider pursuing. And how do they figure that out? And what is it that they look at when they're doing? So when we do that, I will give you a framework. I am still working on building that framework, but as soon as I have it updated, I'll send it out. Please monitor your email. That's how you're going to learn of a new assignment that I will upload. Please disregard most of the stuff on D2L right now. I've tried to hide or minimize or get rid of the stuff that we don't have to worry about so it doesn't confuse you. Please do not start any assignment that you have not been made aware of through email first. I will email you that this is open. There will be probably a video explanation of what I'm asking you to do, and you'll need to watch the video and then go out and start doing it. But do not do anything unless I have told you via email that, hey, we're ready for you to review this. So again, I'm excited. Once more, if this is post summer 2025, you probably can ignore it. But for all of you in summer of 2025, please take that into consideration and to heart. And I look forward to working with you and communicating with you. There will be a few tests in here. Well, there might be more than a few tests. I'm still trying to decide what I want to test you on. When I do test you, it's going to be on D2L. You're going to have a time limit, but I'm not going to make it. You can use your notes and you'll have access to the internet. That's fine. But you are going to have a time limit. So it's not like you can maybe look up a couple questions, but you're not going to be able to look up all of them. You will need to have a fundamental, basic level understanding of the topic that I'm bringing up. And all of that will be given to you beforehand. For many of you I know that have taken a class with me, I don't like testing on information I haven't talked about in class. So you will always be aware of what you're going to see on an exam. All right, let's go ahead and stop there. I will again email you when videos are put online and updated for you to start watching and reviewing. One more thing I have written down here that I want to talk about is in this class, you are required to have taken a number of prerequisites. I believe Management 360, Marketing 370, and Finance, I can't remember, it's 300 something, Business Finance. In business finance, you actually have to have prereqs to that, which I believe is microeconomics or accounting or something like that. If you do not have those three things, if you have not met the prerequisites, contact me immediately. You need to drop the class. If you don't have that, you can't take this one because this course will be truly built upon the shoulders of that. There's information every one of those classes that I'm going to assume you have a basic understanding. Now, that's not to say I'm asking you to remember how to calculate the weighted average cost of capital, but I don't want this to be the first time you've ever heard of such a thing. So, again, if you have not passed those classes, contact me immediately. Contact Katie Hagerty or Katie Grayson. Email the three of us and warn me that you haven't so we can figure out what to do. I understand some of you do not want to take this class in the normal spring, fall semester class. The curriculum committee has decided, the department has decided, if you have not taken those three classes, you cannot be in this class. That is not something I can judge or decide. So hopefully you've taken those, you've passed them, and you're done and gone. For the rest of you, you can just ignore everything I said there. If you need anything from me, the best way to get a hold of me is email me. I will also give you my phone number if you need to text. Please don't ever text me after 9 p.m. at night, 10 p.m. at night. That's probably about the latest, and 8 a.m. in the morning. Please don't text me during that time. Other than that, feel free to text me anytime. If you have a question or if you have an interesting business idea you want to start, you're looking for investors or something. My phone number is 605-695-8415. Students usually prefer to email, and that's fine. I'm also going to give you my home email address, and I'm not going to mandate it, but I would strongly encourage you to CC my home email address. If I'm out of town or on the road, I check my email on my phone all day long, but I don't have my SDSU email. So if you want a faster response time, my home email address or my personal is BA Bruce A BA Johnson 03 at yahoo.com. Again, BA Johnson 03 at yahoo.com. CC that when you do email me, and then also put my normal address, the SD State one, as a primary. Good luck. You have any questions, feel free to get a hold of me, and we will see you in the next video.